Hello, my name is Hadi Oseli, and I'm going to be covering how video games affect the development of critical thinking. So my stimulus was an article by Kurt Squire on video games and education, and during this article he mentions how people who participate in games often have to think their way through complex situations that are completely randomized at times. They don't know what's coming, but they have to solve the situation on the fly with the tools provided to them. So from an educational perspective, video games put people in situations that encourage people to think critically, to work their way through situations. And they often have complex puzzles. There's a lot of strategy to it, nuances that have to be figured out through repetition of the same thing. And Wisconsin Center for Research mentions that people have to be put in completely random situations and they have to build solutions on the spot to develop their critical thinking skills in a good manner. So for an example, this is one of the more popular games at the moment, and this is a situation people commonly find themselves in. They have to look at the situation they've been given, so they have a 3 versus a 5, so they're obviously at a disadvantage. They have to see what they've been given, how they're doing, and get the best they can out of the situation they've been provided with. Then from a scientific perspective, video games follow a basic human rule that assists in the development of critical thinking and learning. Instant gratification. To mention Margaret E. Gredler's paper, people who participate in games, when they get the correct solution, instantly move on. They are allowed to progress. People who are wrong, they have to repeat it. That doesn't feel so well when you're participating. So you're going to want to get it done as fast as you can, which means you're going to learn faster, it's going to hold your interest, and you're going to develop your learning faster. And then from an ethical perspective, to repeat Kurt Squire's paper, studies used to claim that video games would stifle your creativity. They could cause violence if they were bloody or gory. However, after repeated studies by the Wisconsin Center for Research, they've all been inconclusive. Even with Kurt Squire, he also mentions this, there's no exact determination on if it does cause it. So from an ethical perspective, it's not causing violence or stifling creativity, and it's only benefiting people. There's no reason not to use video games to encourage critical thinking. And then, to summarize, if it's completely ethically acceptable to use video games to encourage critical thinking, it's scientifically proven that it's going to get it done faster, and it's going to hold your attention, and from an educational perspective, it's effective, and it's going to work by putting you in random situations and making you solve them on the spot, then it's sound, it's positive, it works as a method to get people to critically think.